Eagles lead the East. So now what?
Obviously, everyone's excited about this win, but hey, we got one more. You know, we got to go win one more. We've won nothing yet, but we're excited for the opportunity.
It's us against the world. I mean, 7-7. Who believed in us? You know what I'm saying? Nobody believed in us. They just talked about what happened week 7.
All of the boos that we've heard so far this year, that stuff doesn't go away. So we understand that, we really draw on each other and the guys in this team trying to make something memorable out of this season. And we got one more week.
We didn't get it done. We're too talented of a team and individuals to not make the plays, starting with myself. And it's disappointing. It's frustrating.
It's very disappointing. We all expected to leave here as the NFC's champs. We're not.
I mean, how can you say we're a better team if we didn't go out there and beat them? When it was time to do it in the crunch time, we needed one win to solidify the division, and we couldn't do it.
As a team leader, what do you tell your teammates to try and stick together through these tough times?
Don't fold. I mean, everybody gonna want to divide us. Don't fold. We going out here to play this last game, and we're gonna win this one.
Scott, did you know, as we head into Week 17, this is the first time this season the Cowboys do not own at least a share of the lead in the NFC East. Bonus, did you know?
Yeah.
If the Eagles beat the Giants in Week 17, it will be the 15th straight year the division will have a new champ.
That bonus information I did not know. As for Week 17, nothing should make Eagles fans comfortable or confident that they're going to beat the Giants. Their last 2 road games, they lost at Miami and took the lead over Washington with less than 30 seconds on the clock. Washington was 3-11 at the time. In the middle, you had to erase a double-digit deficit at home against the Giants, who started Eli at quarterback, and you won in overtime. All I'm saying is that it would shock nobody who pays attention to this division if the Giants beat the Eagles next week, given the road, and get the win 27-13. Costly for both sides in terms of the guys that weren't able to finish this game. And the bad news for Seattle after the game, Chris Carson and CJ Prosise, according to Coach Carroll, likely done for the year. This is after they lost for Sharpe, who was in the midst of a breakout sophomore season to IR and a knee injury. So Travis Homer and his 8 career carries, 5 of which came Sunday, now sit atop the depth chart with San Francisco coming in. Here now Wilson on the regular season finale next week at home against the Niners.
The good thing is, we have a chance to win the NFC West. That's the reality. That's the truth. And the truth is we got to play better, too, as well. So both of those things are real. And so, there's, I don't think there's anybody better than us to be able to figure out how to answer back.
He's relentlessly positive, but in his heart of hearts, he's got to be thinking, man, this hill just got a whole lot steeper to climb. Seahawks end Week 16 now as the 5 seed, and this is the perilous deal between them and San Francisco, the flip-flop from 1 to 5. They've been trading that place. 5 teams are locked in the NFC for playoff spots, but none of the seeds have been determined, which makes next week fascinating in terms of who ends up where and with what. Ryan Clark alongside, and let's start with the East. And last week we watched the Cowboys really give it to the Rams, and they looked the part. And you said if they win the division, every team in the NFC could win the NFC and go to the Super Bowl. A week later, where are we now?
I'm the dummy. That's where I am. And I'm sorry I lied to you. We were developing a great relationship, and I sat up here and told a bald-faced lie. Because when you look at this team, they didn't learn what I thought they learned or what I knew. They ran for over 250 yards last week against the Los Angeles Rams. They don't start with Ezekiel Elliott, only 13 carries. And now a team that has been plagued by being killed by Amari Cooper, you don't run the play-action pass and get him deep down the sideline against these cornerbacks.
Against the Giants?
I don't. That's the word. You said it when you were talking about these teams. It took them overtime and a flawless fourth quarter and overtime from Carson Wentz to beat the New York Giants with Eli Manning.
Yep.
And so going into the last week, this is supposed to be the big game of the season for the division championship against the top 2 teams, and they're so sorry it still doesn't decide it.
Seattle, meanwhile, and I mention it. Okay, you get the home game. And I get that Wilson's a positive guy, and we laugh about that, but we shouldn't. Good, be positive. But no Carson, like he's their identity as a runner. How do you figure it out in a week?
You know what? I don't believe they do figure it out. If you go back to the Tampa Bay game where Russell Wilson threw for 5 touchdowns, he's been going down and declining throughout the season since then. It became the Chris Carson show, and what can you do with this run game that leads to play action? Now, without him, the physicality, the identity that you were offensively is gone. You also lose a starting tackle, and so now you're going to go out and ask Russell Wilson to be the MVP without many pieces. This team has now turned into the Philadelphia Eagles. And what are you going to do with that, Russell Wilson? I believe the San Francisco 49ers are just too much.
And you hit it on, to me, and you know it better than I, but just when Carson runs the way he runs, so much is predicated on now I can play action and roll. I mean, I don't know how you buy that. I just don't buy that you're running it now.
If you go back to this week against the Los Angeles Rams, that was the way they got going against the San Francisco 49ers with the fake run getting to the bootlegs. Without Chris Carson, why would I even bite on that when I know Russell Wilson is the focal point?
Probably wouldn't. Well, we'll talk again tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
All the way through. The latest chapter between the Cowboys and Eagles is done. Jeff Saturday, Tim, Michael, Zubin here with you. Let's get right to it. It was the game everybody was talking about.
Yes, for all the wrong reasons, because it shouldn't be this bad. But 2 7-7 squads coming into this matchup, trying to get the upper hand. If the Cowboys win it, they are the NFC East champions. First quarter, Eagles up 3-zip. Carson Wentz, Dallas Goedert, and all of a sudden, the Eagles are up 10-zip, and everyone's wondering, where is that Cowboys fire, Tim? Are they going to have a response? Second half, you've got the opening drive, Prescott, Amari Cooper, and wow.
They're just off. I mean, everyone knows Dak's a little banged up coming into this game, but just no offense for Dallas.
So the ensuing drive for Philly, Carson Wentz going up top. Greg Ward Jr., he's wide open. 38-yard gain. That gets it inside the 20. And then third and goal situation, Jeff, you just run it right in the middle, right?
Right up the gut. Hey, you got 8 versus 7. Pretty good numbers right there, Mike. I mean, come on, walk the thing in.
Nice little early Christmas present for that fan. Eagles up 17-6, less than 4 to play. Cowboys down 17-9. Dak makes the connection with Randall Cobb through the hit, 21-yard gain. Dallas is moving. But here, Michael Gallup. It's 4th and 8. Amari Cooper not on the field for this play. Great play there on the defensive end for Philadelphia. And Jerry Jones like, all right, I'm going to head out because it is over. 17-9. So if the Eagles win next week in New York against the Giants, Philadelphia will win the division. The Cowboys are home against Washington. We'll talk more about that coming up a little bit later. You see the numbers there from Dak Prescott, 25 for 44, 265. Carson Wentz, 31 for 40, 319. But Zeke Elliott, only 13 carries for 47 yards. And at one crucial point in this game, he asked to come off the field, and the Cowboys ended up having a fumble on that drive. Right now, New Orleans Sports Center, Sal Paolantonio speaking with Zach Ertz.
Zach, let's talk about your defense first.
Yeah.
Kept them out of the end zone. How did they do it? From the sideline, you could see it.
Yeah, I mean, there was just so much energy from the start of the game. I think we made a point. We had to start fast against this team. The past 3 times, we've kind of let them play with the lead and allow Zeke to do his thing. So it was a point of emphasis to start fast, and we did that tonight, and I feel like that sets up our defense.
1st and 10 on the 20. Carson Wentz leads an 80-yard drive. What was the key there for that touchdown?
I think obviously efficiency on first down. And then I feel like the tempo helped us. I felt like that drive we kind of went a little faster, allowed the defense to kind of be on their heels. So overall, heck of a performance by Carson. He's just finding a way to win. 300 yards passing. I mean, a big home win, huge.
For you guys to move on now to play the New York Giants with a chance to sew up the division title, what does it mean for this football team?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a testament to the guys we have in the locker room. Obviously, 3 weeks ago, we were in a position that, I mean, really our backs were against the wall, and we had to find a way to win 3 games just to have an opportunity to play this one and make it count. So as a team, we just found a way. We stuck together, and I think we're playing our best football right now, and that's all that matters.
See you in New York, Zach.
All right, thanks, Al.
All right, back to you.
All right, Sal, appreciate it. Again, let's make this very simple for everybody. If the Eagles win next week in New York against the Giants, they win the division, they go to the playoffs. Dallas can only win the division if they beat Washington at home and the Eagles lose. All right, now ESPN's Football Power Index gives the Eagles a 71% chance to come out on top. And no matter who wins the division, they will be the number 4 seed once the playoffs start. So now we get through all the minutia